You know what? There's no better validation when you come to speak and you do a YouTube and you speak out and you speak about your life, because the aftermath, this is my thing. This is about breaking the silence of domestic violence, all that silence that keeps you locked in, make you feeling sick. And there's no bigger validation for myself and when I have to place a trigger warning over myself, over the events that happened to me that led me here today, in understanding how bad it is to share, how sad it make people feel, how in a place of that may lead them to be, and please be mindful and turn away and switch off if you don't like me speaking this way. But here's the thing, here's what feeds that silence that we're locked in. Here's what creates this illness we feel as we're so scared to even claim that understanding of what we went through. And this is what I do. And right now, after waking up and watching this advertisement of Amber Heard as she takes the stage yet again, a podcast to come out in February, a podcast of her and how she's the victim, and if we don't believe one, we don't believe everyone. And I wish that life hadn't screwed me up that much that I watch this on my phone, and my heart is racing at watching an abuser yet again. And if you can't see at this point, when the whole world witnessed, listened and see the abuser that she had come in a relationship with Johnny Depp, and she still plows on, this, you're a lucky one. You are a lucky one if you don't understand and feel this way. I've literally just marched back from the school run because this feeling swirling around, this obsessive. It's obsessive. And this is what we have to contend with, because we watch an abuser, this injustice at not seeing justice, you know? And as we watch the likes of Amber Heard and Meghan Markle take this stage of fist pump in the air as in Amber Heard and yay, domestic violence, no, Meghan Markle, as we've all watched her lie and destroy people's lives, yet still she's given a platform to catastrophize, to create damage, to continue with this wording of hate as she plasters a smile, flutters her eyelids in yay, feminism, no. And the thing is, with my life story, as I grew up with a male as my abuser, waking up in the dead of night to be marched outside with my siblings by my side, being forced to watch as he piled all our toys on the lawn in front of our eyes, and in punishment to my mum, he set them on fire and made us watch. And guess what? I was 3 years old. That is how my life continued. Constantly on high alert, this man who made us feel like dirt, this constant feeling of not having any worth. The life of Dungeons and Dragons that is domestic violence. And how we all wanted to flee and escape. How when my mum finally got the strength to leave, and we found ourselves in a refuge, a woman's refuge, where I watched many women and children for the first time just like me. And I remember the one night one of the women started to cave. She had gained access to her ex, that trauma bond setting in. I need them, I'm nothing without them. And how I watched all these women support this other one, this real strength in numbers, the brave, the broken, and the sad of what their life had become. How I literally watched this woman rocking, debating in her mind to leave her children, place them in boarding school in order to return to this man, this male. Nothing prepares you for a moment when, as children, you're witnessing real time and watching And you'd say, why did your mums not protect you from this? At this point, the damage had already been done. And you know what? That was what it was. They sat with her all night and got her through that moment. But I can tell you now, when I wrote this in my book, it took me like a portal back to that feeling as we all looked on as children, heartbroken for these two that was witnessing their mom fear, that need and want to return. And us all looking at them, feeling that devastation, but also that relief that wasn't your mom, that it wasn't you fearing her going back. And can you imagine as children to be placed in that devastation for another person, another child, knowing exactly what they're going through, but at the same time carrying that relief that it isn't you? This is why we go on into life and carry so much emotional feeling towards everyone else, whether good be bad is our life. And you know what? I'm okay, and I am emotional because this is what, when you lived domestic abuse, when you've seen the damage and carnage that happens within, but that continues, it continues into your life, your adult life. This is your freedom, but it's not. You're marred by all this made you, this created you, you are this person. But you look at my life, right? Male abusers everywhere. Another one come into our life with my sister's story because she needed to escape like we all did, leading us into making desperate decisions in order to get away. But you know what? When we was in that refuge, me and my little brother, who was lucky enough to get in the refuge, because not all refuges have age limits on the boys, not to trigger the women, because the boys could be an abuser. Me and my brother were sat down and I was told, if you don't break the cycle, you could go on to be abused. And you know what? My little brother was told, if you don't break the cycle, you will go on to abuse. He experienced the same events and moments as me. He was a victim of childhood abuse, but the world was not open to that. They cannot allow that because he is simply a man. And there's no balance in any of it in what I see. And that's the thing, when you grow up in DV, there's so much unbalance. When you get away from it, you seek that with you and everyone else around you. And when you don't see it, you understand what that unbalance means. It's danger. It's dangerous. It's dangerous to have her out there again to every woman and every man as she continues to divide with her lies. And there's no better saying, when someone shows you who they are, believe them. So me, I'm a girl growing up in a home, male abusers left, right and centre. So really, I should align. I should align with these women preaching about feminism and that men are all wrong. But here's the thing, I don't, because I simply see the difference between wrong and right. Because I spent so much time feeling in the wrong. I see the reality in good v bad. And I will speak out my truth against their lies. And you know what? I'm one of the lucky ones because I am able to speak out. And so many, even today, are locked in a silence, a confusion. And that's why we need to break the real silence of domestic violence and not let these women destroy it in front of the world's eyes.